Okay. All right. Everyone thinks they can run faster. What do you think will be the marker for you in your practice regimen that you think, okay, something new is ready to happen?
I think what we've been doing this year has been working. The fact that we went to indoors was us trying something new, but working on the first phase of my race, and it's showing a lot in the races that I've been doing, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I think that's the marker for us to actually put a lot of work inside of it, so that we can improve. And once we get into the 100 and start racing more and more and getting through the season, we can definitely get faster and be able to be confident in my first phase of running.
Well, okay. First off, well done so far this season. Would you say this is down to experience compared to the other guys, or you've just changed something since the Olympics last year?
I changed. We worked a lot on my starts. We looked a lot on my first phase. That was like the big thing. When we went back home and Coach and I had a chat, it was all about how do we get myself in the fight earlier, because a lot of my races is that I always join the fight a little bit later and it's too late, so now it's more about getting into the fight from the start when the gun goes off and not leaving until the end. And that's why we went into the indoor season, and that's why we've been working so much on the first part of my race, and it's getting there. Still need a little bit more work, but it's getting there, and I'm looking forward to it. It's the experience is there, and I've been racing for a long time, but now I've put myself into a position where I'm learning again, which is for me really exciting, because I'm able to teach myself new things and learn new things about sprinting, and become a new athlete now.
Would you say that relay medal in Paris kind of like breaking the dog gave you that inspiration to just keep on going on, and individually you think you will finally do it, and it happened with the World Indoors and perhaps with World Outdoors in Tokyo?
I think in the air maybe it did, but as me, I don't think that was the catalyst to what is happening now. I'm an athlete that is always going to show up and is always going to try to do my best, and that's something that I've proven year on year, that I'll always show up, I'll always do my best, I'll always put myself out there, and I've always made finals, so for me it's always been about showing up and making sure I put my best out there and represent my country, represent my sponsors well, and represent everybody that backs me well, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm going to continue doing that.
What's the key to the longevity?
A good team, like a good support structure, very good support structure. Like my coach is very awesome, my physio is amazing, my manager, and just having like a team that understands me, and just being able to put together what I feel like I want to do, and listening to me, and we, it's not just an Akani train, it's our train and what we're trying to do and what our vision is.
Akani, talk about that 4x1 where, again, coming off the Olympics, you got the silver. Yeah, came together again with like slight changes in terms of one of your guys was different from Paris in terms of the legs. How have you been able to remain consistent with the 4x1 now going into Tokyo to potentially get a gold medal there?
I think it's more of the guys are just excited, and there's an excitement in sprinting in South Africa right now, and I think that feeds the younger kids to actually want to be part of what is going on in sprinting in South Africa. And the fact that we won a relay medal last year has inspired more kids and more of the younger guys to say, okay, yeah, if they can do it, then they can be on the team. I also want to be on the team, so I'm going to train extra hard to make sure that I get onto the team. This year we had a different team to last year, but we were still able to get a medal, and it's gonna be a different team throughout the year until we get to champs, and that's exciting because we have such a big pool of athletes that are ready to run and can actually put together a good relay team that can actually medal.
Do you feel like, I don't know, responsibility as, of course, the elder statesman, but even like just the anchor on that 4x1 to make sure, okay, I'm going to deliver for all my guys?
Yeah, it's a responsibility. It's like everybody has their own responsibility. Each leg has a responsibility, and my responsibility as the anchor is to make sure I bring the home. And I've always said to them, like, guys, if you can give me the baton and give me the baton in a fair fighting chance, like, I'll do my best to make sure that we come with the medal. And last year was proof of that. You know, I was in shape. They gave me the medal in a space where I felt like I was able to get the medal, and I did that. This year was the same, you know, and that's something I'm very confident in. You know, like if we give me the medal in a space where we have a fighting chance, definitely we'll come out with a medal.
You tweeted that I mean, with the race itself, you're going to run anybody down at that point in time. I mean, this is not the art talking Akani I know of. I mean, there's something else happen in between.
No, like that's something I know, you know, like that's one thing I know. I know my top end is really well. I know when I get up into my running, and I am pretty dangerous, you know, and it's been proven over the years, you know, that my top end speed is one of the fastest, you know, so I trust that. I trust that a lot. And in the relay, I know I can put it together. So it's not me just shooting off something that I just dreamt of, you know, it's off of facts, and I won't put something out there without knowing that I have facts